Good morning, y'all. It's JR once again on this beautiful Sunday morning, May 14th, 2017. It's been quite a while since I've made a video, and that's for good reason, because I really haven't had any new birds to announce, but that's all changed with this particular plane. It's a P-51 Mustang from a company called 11 Hobby from China. 11 Hobby? Who the hell is 11 Hobby? Well, here's the story. As you well know, I have always loved and preferred flying my Park Zone P-51 Mustang, but that's a slightly smaller plane. That's about an 850 millimeter wingspan plane. And the rest of my fleet is the 1100 millimeter version. That's about a 44-inch wingspan. And I really like that size because it handles the wind a little bit better. And also, these larger planes are capable of accepting retracts and flaps. All my other planes have retracts and flaps. So I was desperately looking for a new P-51 Mustang that had retracts and flaps. And I just happened to be searching on the web and found this particular plane. And you know, normally I'm very partial to Horizon Hobby. In my opinion, they build the best airplanes in the market, and they also support them very well and always have parts available. The problem when you go with these rogue Chinese manufacturers is very often they don't have any parts. You crash your plane once and that entire investment is down the drain. So that may in fact be the case with this plane, but I was still attracted to it because the price point was very attractive. Shipped to my door was less than $150, which is, in this day and age, a very reasonable price. And I read the reviews on RC groups, and it seemed like a very nice design. And so I received it yesterday and put it together yesterday, and I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed with this airplane. My inclination, of course, was to pull out all the electronics, and that includes the motors and the ESCs and all the servos, and replace them with my more trusted brands. Of course, my E-Flight motors and my Spectrum receivers and my Metal Gear servos. But after I did a brief test on all the electronics on this plane, I decided that it's probably best to leave well enough alone. So it's a little windy this morning. Still have not decided whether I'm going to attempt a maiden on this plane, but I am going to at least trim her out, make sure that she's all set up to fly, and just wish me luck. I'll report back to you as soon as I get a report back from my maiden flight of the 11 Hobby P-51 Mustang. Well, I'm back, and I'm pleased to report that my maiden flight was successful, although it was not without some difficulty. Of course, with any new bird, it's hard to trim these things out when you're on your first flight, so I immediately took some necessary steps to trim out the ailerons and the elevator so this bird would continue to fly because she was headed straight up. The other thing that's important to notice is that the control surfaces on this particular plane, the P-51, are extremely sensitive, and I had the throws set way too high, up around 50%. If I had another chance to fly, which I do not, as you can see, the wind has picked up here significantly, so that's the end of my flying for today. But I'm going to adjust the throws back to 30 or 35% for the ailerons and the elevator. And I did try the flaps on this plane, which I have set at about 60%. I was a little bit concerned because normally when you engage flaps, it causes the plane to pitch up or pitch down, and some adjustment to the elevator is necessary. That was not the case here. When I engaged the flaps, she flew straight and level. So I'm very happy about that, and it does slow her down quite a bit, which is very good because you want to come in for those slow, soft landings. You don't want to have to replace this prop, which is probably difficult to find. As I mentioned earlier, finding parts for this plane may be a problem. But in any event, I'm very pleased. I I think this plane's going to be very, very fast. I could only manage about I'd say about a half throttle or less, and she was scooting through the air. The engine seems to be rather efficient, very quiet. So overall, I'm very pleased with this 11 Hobby P-51 Mustang. I look forward to seeing you again. I hope soon.